Welcome back, travellers, to The Lucky Die. Previously, Alex reads a book with Clythea, Rhal makes a promise to Caden, and Zaltanna is excited over the prospect of carrying 2 swords. After returning to the Killer Kitten, our 3 adventurers each have a heavy night, from consoling Talis to receiving messages from lovers. At the breakfast table, the group make further plans on how to rescue Adept. Will this invulnerable rapier live up to its hype? Can they muster enough heroes to help them? And what other messages could Amos send from the other side? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to The Lucky Die.
Okay, what do you guys want to do now?
That's a good question. Well, we have to give Clythea time to identify the potion.
Well, it's gotta have been an hour already.
Yeah, we can start with her if you want. Now that she's had more time to actually spend with this potion, tasting it, testing it against some of her own potions, as you guys get back together with your success, you're not a success, and you're definitely not a success, she holds the potion and she says, this is either really, really going to heal you, like from death's door to, well, being up and on your feet 100%, and other people around you too, or it's going to push you closer to death and other people around you too.
If you had to put that at odds...
We're talking 50-50.
Okay, so last-ditch chance at survival sort of thing.
Yeah. It's really powerful. It could bring you back from the brink, or it could push you over and take everyone with you. Meta-wise, it's essentially roll a 1d2. Either it can take you from death saving throws to full health, and everyone around you receives that hit point spread across in a 20-foot radius. Enemies, creatures, not just your allies. Or it will do the opposite. It will push you to being dead, and everyone around you takes your hit points, spread in a 20-foot radius. That damage is spread around to them.
Lovely. I don't suppose there's any way that you could work your magic and tip those odds in our favor?
How long have you guys got?
About 5 hours, I reckon, before we really need to leave.
She looks over at Zaltanna.
As soon as humanly possible, quite frankly, but...
She kind of gives you an ironic smile, being she's in a human form as a tiefling.
Well, I'm not a fucking human either.
She just gives you that ironic smile of like, she knows.
What if we don't want it to be in our odds?
Oh, convert it to be more powerful in the murder part.
It's quite a risky thing for one of us to go down to risk everyone. That's...
You mean, you want me to see if I can make it so that you could administer it to someone else and it...
If we can throw it to the fucking double ones. First thing, open up with it. If it works in favor of healing them, then what does it matter? They were already at full health before we attacked. And if it works in our favor, we have a major advantage.
It's a good idea.
I can try and convert it to inhalation potion rather than one that you just have to drink. I could try, and I could see if I can push the odds in your favor, but that's a lot over 5 hours. I can try. For sure. Just don't interrupt me. And she takes her bag, she takes the potion, and she goes up to her room.
As she goes up, Balance just says telepathically to her, I have faith in you.
I'll give you the specifics when I can actually sit down and write them, because I didn't expect you to do this shit with it, Neil. That's perfect. Okay. I just need to write down the effects first.
It could save you, but it could kill everyone. Okay, well, how about we just hope it kills everyone and just throw it at the bad guys? Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a sound strategy.
Okay, I will type that up and I'll put that proper in your
Wanda has
stuff.
to change her notes where it says that we're supposed to use the potion to use in the well of a dying town and resuscitate its dying people of their illness. And that now they're fucked because we used it to throw it at some bad guys.
To save our paladin's wife.
That's, to be fair, a perfect use of a shitty potion like this. I'm just glad you guys remembered you had these. Just makes me very happy. Okay, so she's gone off with the potion.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do now?
Well, in the meantime, while she's taking care of that, we've got a few hours' time before we need to go. Are there any pieces of equipment, anything at all that you think we're going to need? Looking at Zaltanna.
Like a bomb or something?
We're making that. Don't worry.
Balance gives a smile and says, hold on. Goes over to the bar. Excuse me.
Yes?
Do you by any chance have some bottles of Elvish wine for sale?
This is predominantly a dwarven bar, but...
He just needs it to blow up.
Sure.
No. Roll.
Oh, you just want to use the way which it should be used. Okay, of course. He goes to the back, comes back with 2 bottles of this kind of really fancy looking bottles, the glass has little flutes on it, and it looks swanky as fuck, and he just puts them on with no regard onto the bar. You can call this pig swill elven wine if you wish. Nothing like a true hearty ale. Taps his own chest.
Sure. How much for the 2 bottles?
He looks you up and down, and he says, I'll set you back gold apiece.
Fair. Slide over 2 gold
so
pieces.
fleeced. He takes the 2 gold and
What?
bites it, puts it away. He talks away. He walks away with a happy, smug expression. Probably would be way more smug if he'd asked for more gold. You have 2 bottles of elven wine. It's cheap.
You know what? The cheaper, the better in this case. The cheaper shit usually stronger.
Oh, it's pretty strong, yeah.
You don't have to pretend like you're asking for something fancy anymore, Balance. You can just say hey, I want it to blow up. You got that?
The barkeep's reputation level with Rhal is definitely up there now. Okay, you've procured your elven wine.
Comes back with the bottles. Right, so I've got 2. That should be helpful. Seemed to have pretty good results the last time.
3 with Kythia's bomb.
3 with hers. All right, what else do we need? I'm trying to think what else we could possibly need to be prepared for this. If we're going to go in, we need to make sure that we're ready.
Do we have more ropes?
We have rope.
We have rope. We have climbing gear if we have to go into the mountains.
I gave you all of my things, Balance.
You are his pack mule.
I mean, I assume that I gave you everything back except for the Bard book.
Okay.
Which, by the way,
attuned to Bard book, yeah.
Huh?
You've now attuned to the bard book, yeah, because you've had it long enough.
I could use another sleeping bag or a backpack. And he gestures to the gory bag of mess that is the sleeping bag.
Because you put the God's eye in it,
Because I've been carrying an eyeball in my sleeping bag because I didn't have a backpack to put anything
Grody.
more than what Rhal has in his pockets.
Hey, can we rewind a little bit? And at some point, Balance probably would have had Kythea take a look at the eyeball thing.
Not since you met her. No,
Fuck.
not since you met her this time around, because she was with you reading the book and has been doing potion stuff since. So no, she hasn't had the time to look at it.
That's fair.
There'd be no
Because
retroactive.
I forgot you said something about like the eye gives some awesome abilities, but then also it's cursed.
Yeah, like the most powerful wizard that looked at it. Kythea is not really that kind of a magic user.
That's fair. What did the guy say? What did the guy say it did? I don't remember.
It will essentially do the like.
He said it would only work for one person, and it was disguise self. Only one person can use it, and it has one
Appearance.
vision that it can look like. Yes, and that there might be other negatives, but he wasn't sure about that. And you would have noticed that Rhal seems to be like taking good care of it. And
do you want to get it its own little bag and then replace your bag and all the other good stuff?
Rhal seems to be like concerned about it. He's looking at it quite often and playing around with it.
Yeah. No, yeah, she wouldn't have had a chance to look at it, and it's not really in her wheelhouse of magic. So, all right, cool.
Okay.
So I feel there's a shopping trip coming.
I don't want to go shopping.
we can skip it.
That heavy hearts, I say there's probably a shopping trip because there are bags needed and armor can be brought, weapons can be brought, that kind of stuff. You do have like 4 hours, so with a heavy heart.
We don't really need armor or weapons, though. I don't think any of us do. My strongest weapon is my mind. Zaltanna has a giant fucking sword.
I do have a giant fucking sword.
Rhal is weapon inept.
He's proficient with some weapons.
No, he's not.
My fists.
Yeah. I'm proficient with 5 weapons.
Is hugs a weapon?
My fists, my feet, my tail. No, I guess that's pretty much it then, is just preparing, packing. We have horses. Or
I just need a bag.
a horse.
Currently you have one horse,
a wolf.
Piper. And you have the wolf. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably need one more horse.
Thing is, I don't know who would ride it anyways, because Rhal can't ride a horse on his own. We have to have the Smurf with us.
Oh, and the sorceress.
Oh, okay.
Smurf.
Sure.
Because apparently nobody can pronounce Swerfnublin.
So hopefully one of them can ride a horse.
I'm going to go out there. The Underdark gnome probably doesn't know how to ride a horse.
Well, he doesn't need to. You literally just strap his ass to the ass.
Yeah. You could also look at getting a cart. You guys have a cart, right?
No.
Oh, right, yeah, because you went 2 up on Piper, didn't you? Yeah.
Piper was the last of our money.
Now you have 2,000 gold.
I do.
Sorry, you have like 1,900.
Buy a $2,000 cart and then we'll leave it somewhere.
It's possible you could get a cart, you could buy a horse and a cart, and then you have to worry about it, so. I don't think Karuna would be a good carrying cart thing.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just skip the bullshit, and if you want me to roll something, Balance is going to try to finagle a horse and a cart for cheap without buying a shit-ass horse or cart. I will roll some investigation checks.
All right, roll the investigation checks, do it.
All right. Horse, cart, 25-17.
All right, you are going to find a badass horse. Scrap it. Screw it. To make the matching set. You find a horse which is has a very all right. The horse is kind of mostly white, but they're kind of like their feet and their leg area are like a really dark black brownish color, and it goes up and it kind of speckles. It's very much like Piper, but much darker.
Can we call this one Speckle?
This one's male and called Fernando.
No,
Fernando?
Yes.
Fernando and Piper.
You keep putting
Fernando
horses
and
with speckles in there, and you're refusing to name them Speckle.
All right.
And
then
this
the
one's
cart.
called. I'm just gonna check the horse cost price thing because
75, I think. 70, 75.
yeah, I think that's about right. I'm gonna say because this horse is good. It's good. It does what you want it to do and what you'll need it to do. So I'm gonna say this one's gonna be like 80 gold.
That's cheaper
Okay.
than Piper was.
I think it is. Yeah.
All right.
Piper,
And then I'm gonna
who's
try to
Piper?
The other
It's the
horse.
name of your other
Oh,
horse.
is that the name
Speckle.
of our horse?
Yes.
I
Speckle.
didn't fucking remember that. The only horses I remember the name of are fucking Clack and Thistle.
Thistle.
All of our horses are named
Whistle.
Speckle now.
Rhal, you can probably attempt to like rename this horse, but this horse's name is Fernando.
All right, I'm going to try to finagle the cart price down.
The cart is probably just big enough for 4 adults. Yeah, 4 adults will do that.
We'll figure Zaltanna will be riding on Karuna. And then we've got Balance, Rhal, Sverfneblin, Sorcerer. Then figure whenever we're leaving.
Oh man, carts are really cheap. That sucks.
You're trying to like get rid of all our money.
V, I'll tell you what. Bump the price up a little bit and make it a 6-seater.
Yeah, we could put the
I want the
the
best
Smurf.
cart ever.
Yo, pimp my ride.
We can put the Smurf inside the cart instead of on a horse.
That's the plan.
It has to have rims,
Okay.
underglow,
What you
Spinning
get
rims.
is you get a
spinning rims,
I'll tell you what. For 2
fuzzy dice.
for oh my god. For an absolute steal at like 200 gold, what I'm going to offer you is this
Shag
big,
carpets.
this really big home away from home. All right, it's big enough. Like 4 of you can sleep in here. It's a berth for 4. Then yeah, we'll throw in the furniture as well. If you want a shag carpet, you can have a shag carpet. If you want fairy dice, we got fairy dice. We'll put that out on the front on where the bench is.
Oh, this looks great.
It's sturdy. It's made from wood. It's hardwood. It's gonna last you a while. And if the worst comes to the worst, you can always set it on fire and keep yourself warm. But you ain't gonna need to do that because inside here we've got a stove, we've got a cooker, we've got beds,
Is
we've
that
got
a
everything
jacuzzi?
you've ever wanted. There's a water butt in the corner, so when it rains, it collects the water, and you've got your water rations in there. I can't say 200 gold is a fairer price than that.
The bunch of people come out. We sell any cart. Any cart.
Jesus Christ. This is what you can get for 200 gold.
Oh, wait, you were serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. All right, fucking yes, I will drop 200 gold for a fucking RV.
Okay. It's when you come to actually, because your
That's
investigation
what we
is
played for the
17.
shitty clack
It's
and
an
thistle combo.
It's an RC. It's an RC because it's recreational
It's an RC.
cart.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So for this very one-of-a-kind RC, and you rolled a 17 on your investigation, it definitely isn't really a berth for 4. You're talking like two people of your size, of
sleep
like
in there.
balanced size, could sleep easily in there. The other person would have to probably go on watch or on guard. The wheels are a little bit busted and broken, and with excessive use, is probably going to break at some point.
Oh.
The water butt is actually nothing bigger than like a teapot. With a pipe coming through. You think it's maybe just to like fix the hole in the roof. They've made it a feature instead. So this is what you have. It's not as great as grand as he suggested, but it'll do the job.
All right, I'm going to try to finagle that price down then, or get those wheels replaced. I'm not gonna-
Take a persuasion roll.
All right. 21.
Yeah, they replaced the wheels.
Perfect.
They replaced the wheels, replaced the axle. They'll throw it in as an extra. Nah, don't worry about it. We'll throw it in as an extra.
I will pay the 200 gold then.
All right, go in the car.
You want to know what the funny thing is?
Go on then.
I'm still over 2,000 gold.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I love
All
it.
right. Okay, so you have yourself a
Very
horse.
little
You
Christmas.
have yourself a RC. That's probably taking you about an hour. Rhal, are you going to go replace your things?
I need a backpack. Balance, can I have money? Let's go get the backpack.
Give him money, Daddy.
I'm everybody's sugar daddy now. Balance will give Rhal 10 gold.
Okay, that's
How generous.
That's a fifth of the 50 he gave you. Consider it.
I'm holding on to it, for safekeeping. Party funds. I am the Vexalia of the Lucky Die.
I wouldn't put up with that. Like, if he dies or someone kidnaps him, that's all your gold gone. It's such a bad idea to have all your gold on one person.
Raw will wander off too. He's probably done that.
what?
While
All
you
right,
guys
you know
went
what?
cart shopping, he probably was going off to buy a backpack.
Okay, you find yourself in this,
All right, hold on. That's because that's a fair point. Balance should know that.
you know what?
I will split the money. Not completely, but
You're still keeping the lion's share, even though the money is based off of
I
Zaltanna's
will
hard work and
give-
was actually Rhal's money.
just so we have backup, I will give Rhal 10 platinum. And then I'll give Zaltanna 10 platinum,
Thanks.
which is the equivalent of 100 gold each.
He's giving you guys chump change.
She is.
No,
He is.
it's a
You
good
have like
amount.
2,000 gold on you.
It's fine.
But how much platinum?
10 platinum.
10 platinum.
Do you give them 10 platinum pieces, or are you actually breaking it down into some gold for them as well?
Well, I took it off as platinum. If you want to exchange
Okay,
change with
that's
the
entirely
bartender,
It's up to you. Rhal, you make your way to this little shop. It's a little shop of curious little items. There are bags, leather goods here. There's like some odd assorted odd assorted like little weapons, some little bladed things, some little like knuckle dustillery things. There's a couple of like odd looking pieces of armor. There's little like circlets and crowns. You can see that there are like, basically this is a little curious shop. Yeah, this is what you find. You find like the odds and ends shop. And behind the bar, currently serving a customer is a dwarf. No, it's a he. The dwarf here, he has a long white beard that goes down to the floor. He's wearing very little in the way of clothing, just wearing like a basic t-shirt and like some some trousers, that sort of thing. It's he looks fairly cash.
Yeah, Raw's gonna wait politely for them to do their conversation and look around for exactly what he's looking for and see if it's like obviously out somewhere where he should grab it and take it up to the man, or if I have to go ask basically for it.
You could just take it off the shelf and walk it up to him. Take investigation roll for me.
13.
13. You find a couple of bags that would probably do the job. You find like a backpack. You could find a replacement bedroll without a problem. Yeah, the backpack is it's a kind of sack shaped. It's kind of like a darkish brown color. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think those two things are pretty much all I need.
Yeah, you walk up to the old elf, to the old dwarf, and he's shooing them away. He's like, come back to Carson's whenever you're ready. Ah, hello there. How can I assist you today?
Just these things, thank you.
Ah, Pedro, are you an adventurer? I see. Excellent. If there's a little adventurer in all of us, just a little bit, I think. Some people just need a little help to get them out. And this is a very, very keen eye you have on there. This bag is very, very special.
Immediately skeptical.
Yeah, he brings them up and he's like, so the bedroll and this combined will come up to 400 gold.
Rhal kind of gives him a shocked look. He's like, oh, I did not know that the bag was magic. I I'm bad with these things.
The bag is very magic. Sorry, I thought this is what you wanted.
What is it?
It's a bag of holding.
I think I just needed a normal bag. I don't.
Oh, of course, if you want a normal bag.
And he wanders over to the bag. He takes the bag of holding, wanders back to the rest of the bags, puts it on the pile, and like digs through them. And he pulls out this like pale yellow bag and wanders back over. And it's a well made. It's a good bag. It has straps on it. And it's just like this is just a normal bag. Sorry, I thought you a bit more. I thought your little adventure was a little bit bigger.
Good. My friends will yell at me if I come back with a magic bag. They don't want me carrying magic things.
The guy is like, okay, that's fine.
This will set you back just 2 gold. It's just a bag and a sleeping bag. Sorry, I thought your little adventure was a little bit bigger, but it's okay.
I travel light.
Here you go. He takes the 2 gold from you. He hands your things over. It's like,
come back to Carson's anytime you like.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Rhal waves and leaves.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like you're doing it to spite me, Yolanda. I feel like
I did not make the decision not to buy this. I did not. He may come back and tell you about it. This has nothing to do with me. Continue on.
Do I find them?
Yeah, they've just brought the RC.
Oh, that's a big cart.
I think it should do the job quite well, and it's actually a little bit luxurious inside.
Oh, I'll try not to burn it. I got the bag.
That's good.
Fancy bags.
Yeah.
It's almost like Yolanda likes only presenting magic items to Rhal.
It's a good game we play.
Because that's literally what happens every time.
It's
Kaladmorn, this bag, the book.
Oh, you're right.
God.
I had a magic crazy bag. I just need the normal one.
Magic crazy bag?
A magic crazy bag, yeah. Something about a holding bag, and I said, no, just the regular bag will hold enough.
Where did you
I don't
go?
need a magic bag.
Rhal, where did you go for this?
I went to that place over there. Bunch of stuff in there. I didn't realize the bag was going to be so expensive. I would not have touched it. I was afraid to melt it or something. He was like 400 gold. I was like, oh shit. I hope I didn't burn it. Get blood on it or something.
No, 400 gold. We'll see about that.
I shoot you guys.
You good? Do you need like a 5-minute breather there? Or? You seem to be dying. Roll death saves.
Roll. I love you so much. All right. I assume you guys are making your way over to Carson's.
So, what's the place called?
Carson's.
Yes,
Hey, I'm back.
I've gone through like a good 6 or 7 NPC names of our patron list today. I'm
Good.
so happy. Yeah. Carson's is pretty much exactly as I described. It's a little shop full of odd little things. Armors, weapons, little baubles and trinkets and stuff. Usual adventuring gear. There's a bunch of healers kits and adventurers kits and climbing. Basically there's a lot of stuff here.
Pardon me. My friend here tells me that you
Welcome to Carson's.
Yes, thank you.
Hi.
You were offering
Hello again.
a bag?
We have many bags.
And they indicate over to where the bags are.
A magic one?
Oh, we have some magic bags here, yes.
The bags of holding?
Oh, yes, we have some of those.
And they wander over, they go back through the pile because since they put the bag here, everything has changed again, and they pull the bag out and
this is a fine bag of holding here. This will set you back about 400 gold. We have other bags in here, and they just throw the bag over at you as they go back through the piles. With bags of holding, and we have annihilation bags. We have a whole range here.
I'm sorry, what was that one?
Annihilation bags. You don't really want those.
But
we have them.
What is it?
Oh, it's this little bag. It's you put things in, and then they just disappear.
Oh. Okay.
Where did they go?
I believe, like, speaking to the person I managed to procure this from, they said things go to the stalking.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, technically all of these things go to the stalking, but you just put your hand back in there and take it back out. But
Would you mind if we took a look at it?
you can look.
He pulls it out and just holds it in front of you.
Put the other bag in it.
No?
No, that is an exceptionally bad idea. I do like your wit, though.
Now, when you say like, does it destroy whatever you put in, or it just like it acts as like a gateway to the stalking?
I think it actually destroys it, but I can't be sure because I've not wanted to put my hand in there to find out.
Okay, never mind my original plan then. Moving on.
I could test it.
No, Rhal, no. See, no. Okay, let's not test that. Do you have anything else magical?
Oh yes, there's plenty of magical things here. What sort of things are you after? We have some boots. We have a couple of weapons, such like. We have an interesting array of magical pieces of jewelry, rings, necklaces, eyepieces.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not quite that wealthy. I'm just looking for perhaps one or two items, depending on their usefulness. Make a suggestion. We're a band of adventurers, down on our luck, very poor. We walk into your humble abode and you greet us and offer us...
Take a deception check. You are not poor.
That's okay. I am equally proficient in deception.
Can he have advantage since Rhal didn't seem to have a lot of money?
Yes.
And yes,
That's such a dumb reason. Yes.
my leadership does give me a bonus to this.
Sure.
24.
He believes you're probably poor, yeah.
Aw. I don't know if there's a part of me that doesn't believe that Balance has the ability to act poor, but I think that's just my own biases.
Well, he's not in his fancy clothes anymore, so that
He's not in his fancy clothes. He's not wearing his Inquisitor robes anymore because he's wearing the kind of drab stuff that Bogren gave him. And to be fair, there is Rhal with you, who's just wearing a hoodie and like he's covered in like the road and like there's like bandages hanging off his legs. Like, yeah, it's by association. I just need to check out the price of a thing.
Balance knows how to play the word game. I'm sorry we inflicted a shopping on you.
No, it's fine.
But
I think like once or twice in 56 episodes is more than enough for me. Well, we have a few of these things, being that we're in the land of elves,
And he points to Balance
and dwarves, and
points to Zaltanna.
and or whatever you may be. We have belts and boots. We have a belt of dwarven kind. We have some boots of elven kind. We also have boots of spider walk, spider climb, if you need those.
Aren't just gonna spend all our money right now. He's making the face.
We have brooches of shielding, this sort of thing. And of course, I can identify anything you need.
Also, Zaltanna would have told you that we owe the Snurf Neplin 75 gold.
I'm sorry. So just so I make sure, you said you have a belt of dwarven kind, a belt of elven kind.
Boots of elven kind.
Okay, so humor me.
Yes.
What are the prices on all three?
Very expensive. It's you may not be able to afford. You are quite poor travellers, as you said. We're having a deal on today. Welcome to Black Friday. We're having an end of the world sale.
Oh my goodness.
Is that why they call it Black Friday? Because it's such a dark time?
And I guess that's why
You're
they call
a
it
funny
the blues.
one.
Thank
Yes. I find you people very witty. So the belt itself,
We're off because we're so witty.
I will consider it, young lady. So the belt of Dwarven kind will set you back 5,000 gold. The boots of Elven kind will get you back, will acquire you another 500 gold. And the boots of spider walking, spider climbing, whatever it is they decided to call it back in the day, it's 500 gold.
Give us a moment, will you?
As a side note, boots of elven kinds make your steps make no sounds, regardless of the surface you're moving across. You also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving stealthily. Belts of dwarven kind will increase your constitution score by 2 to a maximum of 20, and you have advantage on persuasion checks with dwarves.
I wouldn't bother. We can't afford that.
Also, yeah, you can't afford it. And also you can drop it and grab it, and read and write dwarvish.
Yeah.
Which most you can anyway.
Would have been nice, but that is $3,000 more than we have.
Hey,
Yeah, and Spider Climb just gives you the spell Spider Climb once per day.
I'm gonna pull balance. Or I guess we're all going to the side, right?
Yeah, this is an aside.
We don't need any of this. Let's just fucking go. Like literally, none of this is important.
Well, no, I was actually consider the boots would be very good for you, Zaltanna.
Which
That way you don't have to rely on the potions.
there's so much money.
It's only 500. Well, I mean,
Only.
Hold on. It makes her footsteps silent, but it doesn't mean the
Right.
rest of her armor is silent.
Basically, she'd get advantage, so it negates itself out.
right.
Because she has disadvantage for her heavy
It's
armor.
the same thing as a potion that we have.
Yeah, but then
Right.
I only have 3 potions, so I think like what balance is saying is that
Elven
like
time boots is permanent.
yeah.
And they don't require attunement.
No, they do not. And she also, it lasts more than an hour.
If it's what you want to do, that's fine. But like, do we make a decision because we gotta head out?
Understood.
But I also don't think we need like all of this.
What do you think about the bag?
Do we really need it? Like, balance. I don't know. You're the one with the money, but don't forget we owed the fucking we owe the guy that's coming with us money. We're probably gonna have to
75
pay.
gold.
We're probably gonna have to pay the sorceress if she comes with us too. So like, just consider those things before we spend like 1,000 gold on things that we don't necessarily need.
That's fair. All right, well, if you two are sure that there's nothing else we really need.
I mean, I like those boots, but like, do we really need them? How often are you going to need me to be sneaking around?
I don't know.
You're literally about to go break in and save your wife.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I
think
got
sneaking is probably good.
3 potions for that time. But like, balance is the master tactician. So if he thinks that we should buy the boots, so it'll be more beneficial in the long run that I might need to sneak around more, and we can't always have Kythia making the potions, then we should buy the boots. But I don't think we need the bag of holding. Like, I don't feel like we carry around that much that we'd need it. How much is the bag of holding again?
400.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Thinking about it now, like, it's a lot of money. But I guess, like, in the long run, we could put the weapons in it so that we're not carrying around the weapons. But, I mean, I could always carry the weapons, though. I am strong.
We also have a cart that we can put things in
That's
now
true.
that will
We don't need-
surely
yeah,
be
we don't need-
robbed if we do.
Well,
It's up to you, It's up to balance. I will trust his decision on things, but
perhaps not. Let me ask one more thing and then we will go.
okay.
Excuse me.
Yes.
So the 3 there, I think we're good on. We have to try to be frugal with our money as we can, of course. But do you have anything in the way of cloaks?
Oh yes, I have some cloaks. I have a cloak that allows you to take a friend, go from one place to another in a blink of an eye.
How much is that one?
That one sets you back 5,000. There's also a cloak of invisibility, and we also have a cloak of protection.
Oh. How much for the protection?
I have 2 of these. The cloak of protection is 500 gold, but we could come to an arrangement. We have them in an array of fetching colours. I say, right, there's 2 colors, black or white.
How about 800 for the 2 of them together then?
Take a persuasion roll.
13.
Let's call it 900.
Balance pauses, turns and looks back at his friends. Deal.
Excellent, sir.
They wander off to the back and they come back like half a minute later with a black cloak and a white cloak, and offers them up to your companions.
Zaltanna, I think it's only appropriate you have the white one, Rhal the black one.
What is this?
It's a cloak of protection. You'll find that it gives you amazing ability to withstand being hit and, when you get into those difficult situations, be a little bit more able to escape from them.
Meta-wise, it gives you a +1 AC and a +1 to your saving throws.
And the one I got does the same thing, or the one I got has the dimension door?
Same thing.
Oh, same thing. They're both the
Dimension door
same
is
thing.
5,000 gold.
Yeah, that's like you're looking at that.
Yeah.
Balance just pats.
I'll just melt this, won't I?
Magic items are not easily destroyed.
Oh.
He is correct. And it's on your back, so unless you start drooling on your back.
No, I know. This is Rhal in character going through some thought
Okay, that's
process.
fine. It's good.
So if this is... He kind of looks at his sweater. What does my jacket do?
Your jacket, your back basically protects your chest and your head from melting yourself.
Yeah, but Rhal's putting it together like he can't destroy the jacket. He can't destroy the cape. The cape does something else. Maybe the jacket does something that he doesn't know because he doesn't.
Well, if you want me to have a look at it, I can certainly identify.
I think we're okay. Just curious.
That's fine. I understand. Well, thank you for your business. If you ever need me, I'm Carson. Nice to meet you. Please come back to Carson's anytime you wish. I mean, at least before the end of the world.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sweet. Cool. We've had a shopping trip. Takes 900 gold.
And that, my friends, is my contribution to try to protect you.
Thanks. I don't know what to say.
They have to get through you to get to me, so,
Nice.
You are the door.
I am not the door. I am the Lord of the Doors. Different.
Yes.
Let's
You are
go
the
though.
door to
Let's
get
go.
to
Let's
me.
go. Let's go. I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go get this. Homer.
all right,
Cool.
let's round up and head out.
Go get the sorceress. Is she coming with us?
Get the sorceress, check on Kythea, see if she is finished with the poison thing.
As you go into the bar, the Homer is ready and waiting for you. They're blinking sleep out of their eyes. They've got a few hours, but not enough to their liking. They're wearing a really big cloak. Their backpack is actually concealed under their really big cape that they're wearing. They protect themselves from the sun as best as they can. They seem to have acquired something to do the job. They look pretty sleepy. They don't want to be awake, and this is way too early in the morning for them because it's daylight. Okay, so they're ready to go. The sorceress is at the bar. She has her head laying on the bar. She seems to be rolling a shot glass in front of her, just backwards and forwards. She's possibly more drunk than she was before because for some reason she got slightly sober and thought she needed to catch up.
We can press gang her like the British Navy in the 1800s.
I don't know anything you just said.
Press ganging. It's when the British Navy needed recruits during the Napoleonic Wars and nobody wanted to fucking join the British Navy for a lot of really good valid reasons. So the British government literally sanctioned people to go into bars, get people really, really drunk, and then kidnap them onto their ships so that they had to join the Navy. It was called press gangs. It's fucking terrible. But it's a real thing that really happened, and a decent amount of Nelson's Navy was fucking press ganged into joining the Navy.
Okay.
British, intuitive when we want things. Just we have ways. Okay, all right. So Balance, you're going off to find Kythea, and Zaltanna and Rhal, you're going to try and get the sorceress.
Press ganging is exactly why Rhal is an adventurer.
You're forced into this life.
We just got you really drunk and forced you to come on this adventure with us.
Well, yes. You see the sorcerer. She's rolling the shot glass in front of her, like backwards and forwards. As it rolls back towards her, you see it like begin to like catch flame. When she takes it, it snuffs itself out. And she rolls it out again, and it comes back to her. She seems to be having fun doing whatever it is she's doing. She's pretty wasted.
Oh man, what's our moral obligation here with the drunk sorceress? Like, is it? Like, should we be press ganging her into this adventure?
Are you two having this conversation?
No, I'm just out loud. Like, I don't know what, Zaltanna has questionable morals, but they're getting better. So I'm trying to I'm out loud kind of thinking through what my character would think.
Fair.
Hey, Balance.
Yes,
Can't you make her sober?
I could.
Go make her sober.
All right, I was about to go get Kythea, but
Yeah, but okay,
Sure.
so
Let's say you can do this in passing, so you can pass by and like do the side thing, and then like continue on up the stairs to go find Kythea while these two deal with this drunken lout.
that's fair. I will spend the 3 side points then.
cool.
Okay, she is somewhat more sober. I'm not going to say she is sober, but she's somewhat more sober than she was.
Okay.
Playing with a glass alone is not enough to amuse her anymore. She kind of like sits up and like rolls her shoulders and like looks around the bar. She sees the two of you, and she waves at you like, you two. She like moves her fist in like a punchy action.
Yes. He punches, I sword.
You're very fast with the punchy things.
Thanks.
Welcome.
So, our friend Balance said that he was talking to you about coming on our adventure with us.
She's Balance.
Oh my god. Okay. Hey,
Hey.
you seem to like alcohol, right?
Yep.
Okay. If you come
like
help us fight an army,
Alcohol and fighting things and screwing things. They are the best things.
I can promise you 2 out of 3 of those things if you come on an adventure with us.
She looks over at
Make it 3 and we have a deal.
Me, Arch, needs you to clarify which ones.
she's about to ask the very same question. She looks over at the pair of you and she's like, which 2?
The fighting and the alcohol.
Okay.
There could be fucking. I can't guarantee any because it's not coming from me. It's not coming from the elf. We're both taken. She looks at
She
Rhal
points
and
at
she's
Rhal.
like, I don't know.
I've never partied with someone like you before. I mean, I'm game. You game?
I mean, that's up to Rhal. He's a big boy.
Good to know. She smiles wickedly, like.
Rhal
So are
looks
you?
very
I mean,
uncomfortable.
is it like proportional to the tail, or is it like because that's way?
What?
Are you game? Are we in? She like
Rhal,
stumbles over to Rhal to
she's
stand in front of
asking
him.
you if your dick is the same size as your tail.
Why would that be the case?
I don't know.
I've never been with the.
It's longer than my legs.
Wait, your dick?
My tail.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Why would they be the same?
Okay, I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit.
You did this, V. You did
No, I
this.
just this is what happens when I play a drunk me. She wanders over to stand in front of Rhal and is like, "You and me, because I've never. Are we doing a thing?"
I can't. I can't really.
Oh, so 2 out of 3.
I'll get you the lots of fighting, and I guarantee you alcohol.
Zaltanna, roll a persuasion check.
Come the fuck on. Give me a good roll. Roll 20. 14. That's not great.
No, it's not great. She looks at the pair of you and she's like, I don't want to get hurt because then I can't do things. And
but listen.
I like doing things.
Listen.
So I'll tell you what, honey. And she puts like one hand on your shoulder, like almost falling down because you're shorter than her. And she's like, another time. Right now, I am drinking away, not winning.
What if I sweeten the pot and I offer you money as well?
How much money?
How much money do we have left?
A lot.
Okay. How does 50 gold sound? You could buy yourself a lot of fucking 100.
You can tell she's in that bartering stage.
75.
85.
80.
75.
So there's no more.
You got a deal.
Congratulations, you've acquired a very drunk sorcerer for 75 gold.
I'm sure that won't go wrong at all.
It's not going to go wrong at all.
She's in our carriage and she's always on fire, and Rhal's always acidic. You're just putting two very corrosive things in a very flammable box.
This is the best possible
and
situation.
driving them into.
This is the greatest Friday night sitcom. Like, come on. Come on, you guys.
Christ.
This is a TGIF sitcom waiting to happen. What? You've got.
They met in a pub. So we have she walks over to the bar. She under her stool there's a bag, and she picks up her bag. It's very small, but you can hear the rattling of bottles, and you see the old guy behind the bar just like look up, and she's like, "Hey!" and just like bolts it out before he can do or say anything else. The four of you are there. Balance, you're up with Kythea.
Yep.
Kythea is busy just like doing last minute things when you walk in. She's like just fiddling around with something. You can tell that she's changed the vial itself, so it's in something different. You can tell that there's slightly more fluid in there than when you gave it to her. She's added something to it. The stopper in there, she's trying to seal with wax, and she's doing it in a very careful way where it's partially suspended off the floor, and she's just trying not to get anything in the wrong place, and it's a very precarious thing. And when she's finally done with it, she just like takes hold of it, and she's like, just looks utterly relieved now that it seems the danger may be out of the way.
Once Balance sees that it's safe and that she did it, he comes up behind her, just wraps his arms around her waist, puts his chin on her shoulder and says, "You did good."
I did something. Here, it's, you can throw it now. It'll be absorbed through breathing. You don't want to get within range. I think maybe 10-foot radius. I'm not really sure. But it's more likely to hurt them now. Should do the job. Just be careful with it, please. And like she grabs the wrappings and wraps it back up, like almost as it was before, but with a little less attention. Here you go.
Thank you.
Well,
we're going to be heading out now.
Oh, time just flew by, huh?
I'm sorry we couldn't spend more time together.
She shrugs. Go save the world. I've got a new book to read, thanks. She
You're
looks
welcome.
again, just a little sad. Come on, you've got to go save someone's wife. And
Yeah.
got to get that blade.
Get the blade, find the other pieces, save the world. Oh, man. All in a day's work, I suppose.
Maybe at the end of all this, maybe we can just find a little place together in Kino or something.
I'm not sure how far ahead I can think, but
Just think about it. And she gives him a kiss and then basically pushes him out the door of like, right, we need to go. With that, you make your way out to the cart. Caden and Talus are there. Talus is like sitting on her dad's feet, like because he's just standing there waiting for you guys. She just like sat down. She's like busy like pouring through this book with like her wand, like using it as a page turner. You can occasionally see like a little glow of pink at the edge of the end of the rose. And she's just like busy looking through it, and she's watching you on occasion, but paying more attention to her studies. And yeah, there's the three of you. There are your two companions. There are your two horses and your RC.
And
We got the
Karuna.
RC. Yep, we got Karuna. We got the RC being
Karuna.
pulled by Fernando and
Piper,
Speckles
What
and
was the
Speckles.
Speckles, and Speckley.
Fernando and what was the other horse?
Piper.
Piper.
Speckles
Fernando
and
and Piper.
Speckless, like Talus.
Oh, that's really cute, Uncle Rhal. Well, we're gonna get a transport back to Falsum.
Be safe.
You too. And he reaches out and he gives Zaltanna like a big hug,
Aww.
and he says, "Go, save your wife." And
I
he just
will.
gives you like a really big, really tight hug.
You'll love her.
and he- I'm sure she got you somehow, and she just like has that kind of like
I got her somehow. Come on.
high five.
She's like 900% better than I am.
But better half. I know how that feels. Good luck, but balance. And he pulls you into a hug as well.
Give him a hug back.
We'll keep things safe back in Falsum for your friend. And he just like taps the side of your head.
Thank you. Caden, if you could do me a favor when you return to Falsum.
Sure.
Balance is going to telepathically say to him, if you can check in the dormitory in the underground temple, look underneath the pillow there should be a pair of necklaces. Double check to make sure that they're there. If they are, hide them somewhere.
Of course. He just correction. Yeah, he just says that aloud because no one's going to really hear him.
Don't touch them, though. Use whatever other means.
He nods. And he goes over to Rhal, and Talus gets off the ground and runs over and puts her arms around Rhal's leg, and he just like looks down and just like gives you a hug too, and he's like, good luck.
Rhal squeezes him tight and just whispers to where Talus like can't really hear. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to figure it out.
He whispers back, one thing at a time. It's not your fault. Remember that if something that does happen.
Rhal breaks the hug and gives him a look like he's still sad, still going to blame himself, but he just nods.
He understands. He understands you're not going to believe him, and you understand he's not going to believe you. Talus runs around and gives each of you a big hug. And she's like, bye, have good luck and good fortune, and I will stay here and I will look after Auntie Kythea and Daddy, and you three go and get Auntie Anna's girlfriend. Oh,
She's so cute.
Don't worry, we're on the job.
give her a big hug from me, and tell her that I'm sure I'm going to love her when I meet her.
Oh my god, he's gonna cry.
Don't cry. And we're going to see you soon in Falsum, and we're going to have a big party, and everything's going to be good and fine.
All right, well, listen, Talus, and she's gonna like bend down and get on level with Talus, which isn't like really that hard because they're basically the same height. So like, I don't even know. She takes like a knee and like to like look her in the eye, and she's like, once I bring back Odette, I'm gonna have to go back on the road, and she's gonna be real shook up. I'm gonna need someone to look after her. Can I trust you?
she drops to one knee in a mimic of what you're doing, and she puts like one hand on her chest, and it has the rose in it, has the one, and she's like, I promise I will look after her. But you have to go get her first, so
I'm
good
gonna
luck.
save her, and then you're gonna take care of her for me, and we're gonna all be one big happy family. Huge.
She nods and smiles, and she basically steps back to her father, and like she puts leans her head against her dad and like waves everyone goodbye, and Kytheas goes over and gives Balance a hug and a kiss and says goodbye to the rest of you. And with that wonderful image about noonday in your RC with your new shiny cloaks, with your somewhat odd companions, with your new horse, you guys make your way towards Elkin Marsh.
Hey, Zaltanna here, hanging out with Karuna. Just giving her pets for all you guys. Great episode. Was a lot of fun going shopping. Really looking forward to seeing Rhal wear that cloak. As always, thank you guys so much for your support. It really means everything. Maybe consider subscribing to us on Patreon. We do have a lot of really great tiers of rewards for you guys. So, for instance, you could give us names for NPCs in one tier. Like Ellie gave us the name Fernando and Rogue gave us the name Carson. Or you could just get a shout out in general. Like Telemachus is about to get a shout out from me. So, hey, Telemachus or Telemachus, however you want to have me pronounce your name. You're rock. And thank you so much for your support. Really, it really means a lot to us. If you can't do Patreon, that's completely fine. Please consider rating and reviewing us on iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you're finding your podcasts. We have a website, theluckydie.com. We have a Twitter at TLDpod. Please consider going and following us on Twitter. We do post a lot of updates and fun stuff on there. And listen, thank you so much, you guys, for all your support, really. It means a lot to us. And just so you guys know, you're the best. Also, if you're on Facebook, consider checking out the Reckless Play Guild on Facebook. It's a super group of podcasts that we're part of. Definitely go join that group. Anyway, Karuna's really hungry, so I gotta go feed her. There's gotta be something I can kill around here, right? Like a boar or... Oh wait. I think I see a rabbit. Okay, gotta go. See you guys in the next episode. How much is a hen weigh?
Is that like a really bad hen party?
You're supposed to say, what's a hen weigh?
What's a hen weigh?
Oh, around about 10 pounds.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Fucking stupid. Fired.
Oh, sorry. That made me laugh.
This is Outpost Freestead. I'm reaching out for Seizure Group and possible rescue services. A storm has stranded us here for over a week. Anyone, please respond.
One of the companies I work for needs me to go on a trip. Apparently they received a signal from one of their outposts.
And the noise, the scratching from last night.
There are marks, scores on the bunker.
What kind of marks?
Big ones, like a bear, deep into the concrete. It's not bear.
And I'm afraid it's here too.
During these storms, travel is not advised. The White Vault.